You should begin setting up your machine with well-washed hands and wearing fresh gloves. Firstly, open the grips. The plastic boxes from the grips can be separated from the paper in order to be recycled. For more comfortable work and to prevent slipping and vibration, you can cover your grip with a grip wrap or tape. Next, prepare your grommets. Either cut your grommet tube to the correct size or use a pre-made grommet. Open your needle from the eye end. Be careful not to damage or bend the needle while removing it from the packaging. Check the compatibility of the needle with the spout of your grip. The needle should go in freely and leave a small gap. You will need to bend the needle a bit, so that its position is centered and parallel to the tip of the grip. If your needle is not bent right, the ink will splash too much. To prepare your needle, it must be bent in several places. Firstly, put it on your finger with the solid edge facing down, and bend it a little. Next, put your finger in the center of the crossbar, press with your thumb of the needle's eye and bend it again at this point. The needle should be bent gently into the shape of a small arc, which continues along the needle's soldered edge. When bending magnums, it is important that the bend is exactly in the center of the magnum. Next, insert the grommet into the eye of the needle. Then, insert the needle into your grip with the soldered edge facing the wall, so that the surface of the needle slides along the back of the grip tip. Now, we'll show you how to set up your machine without using a barrier back. Firstly, insert the grip into the clamp of your machine and check the orientation of your needle. Attach your needle with the grommets to the armature bar, being careful not to damage or bend the needle. Next, we need to set the needle throw. For lining needles, it is recommended to set the throw from the tip to around 1 mm while the machine is idle. For magnums, everything is exactly the same, but for a curved magnum you need to focus on the big needles when setting the throw. Next, we put an elastic band on the center of the coil. If the elastic band is not strong enough and the needle is not bent correctly, you can put on a second elastic band. When using a barrier back on your tattoo machine, you'll need to cut off the corner of the back and insert your grip before repeating the steps that were mentioned earlier to set up your needle. Barrier protection should be used for additional safety and hygiene. Your cable connection and the working capacity of your machine should be checked at the very end of your setup, once your tattoo machine is assembled, since the wire is a semi-clean surface. You should cover your clip cord in barrier protection and then connect it to the power supply. Now, take off your gloves and remove all unnecessary items from your workstation. Clean and wrap your station. Then lay out your inks, paper towels and water. Finally, put on new gloves and check the working capacity of your tattoo machines. If needed, tune your machines before you start working.